Morning, guys. Mark Fresh Protect Dog Training and Shohei. Good boy, Shohei. Good. Oh, yeah. Good. Oh, yeah. Yes. Good. Shohei. Goose. Good. I think I'll get the position box out and work him a little bit with that. Throw that in there, mix in for my mix in. Come on. Yep. Good. Good. Goose. Good. Goose. Correct. Nope. Correct. Nope. Correct. No. Yep. Good boy. All right, so he has a tendency to lay in slovenly, especially on this cot, but good. Couché, good. Couché, correct. Good, correct. Good. Nope, nope. Good. That's my boy. Good. Good. Pablo Jet. All right, let's get a position box. Use that for that posture problem we've got. All right. Good. All right, guys. For those that don't know it, haven't watched any of my videos before, this is called a position box. Yep. Good. And it's generally used, it can be used for all kinds of things. Again, come back to creativity and that sort of thing. Good. Here. Good. Good. Here. Good. Shohei. Goose. Good. But what happens is, because there's a lip in the front of it, the dog can't move forward. So you put him right at that area, and he's going to have to move back into the Sphinx down. Good. Shohei. Aussie. Aussie. Good boy. Good. Yeah, you go. Good boy. Good. Good. So now he's up to the front. I can get a little bit more out of my thing. Good. There you go. Good. Good. Shohei, the tighter he is at the front, the more he's got to swing backwards into that Sphinx down, or what's called a Sphinx down or a hinge back down, right? Because he's basically going backwards with the down. Shohei, goose. Good. And I can move that into Shay, Ku, and then separate the Shay with the backing up, right? We might do that later. Shohei, Aussie, good. Nope, Aussie, good boy, good. Nope. Yeah, yeah, go, good boy, good. Look. Yes, waiting him out, right? Told him to look, and I just waited. Good, good. Shohei, goose, Shay, good, good. Shohei, Aussie, good boy, Aussie, good boy, good. There you go, good. Good. Now, the only thing to remember with a position box is you want to make sure that the rules are that he's not allowed to touch the sides. So he's not allowed to put a paw on the top of the rail or be stepping outside of the box. He's got to be inside the box, and the rules is he stays inside the box, right? Good. Shohei. Good. There you go. Good. Good. And then when I get him out of the box, I break him out of the box. Shohei. Yep, good boy, good, there you go. And I tapped him on the side, give him a tactile. And he knows yep already. He knows that's an explosion release, so it's not too hard. Good boy, yep, good, there you go. So we use the position box for all kinds of different positions. He doesn't know them all. I haven't really concentrated on it. I'm starting to try to do the hinge back down a little bit more. But this also, because of the thinness of the box, and you can get some that are a little bit tighter even, will cause him to stay up in that upwards position so he doesn't roll over on that hip, right? Good. Shohei. Good. And then you can work it for, let's say, the stand, which would be dabu in French. He doesn't know this. So I'm going to use my foot. I'm going to stick my foot up underneath his belly. Shohei. Nabu. Nabu. Good. And basically, you're tapping with your foot underneath the belly. That's hard to do with this box, but you can do it in other spots. Maybe a straight line on a wall. That kind of thing would be a good spot to start it, because you can control the leash here, and your foot can come up underneath his belly, right? And I think David Croyer is the one that made that really a popular one, because David Croyer uses it. Good. And it allows you to use your hands. I can say sta, and then right away just tap the belly. Good. Dabu. Dabu. Good boy. Nope. Dabu. And I'm going to come down with my hands, just a little easier to accent dabu. Hand goes under all the way, and you're kind of pushing out, right? Good. Yes. Good. Good. Shohei. Yep. Good boy. Break him out of the box just like you would break him off the table. Right? Good. All right. I'm done playing with that already. So you got to sit down and stand, right? And the down with the hinge back down is kind of what this is used at for most of everything. It's usually the hinge back down because it gives you that lip in the front of the box. Good boy. Good boy, Shohei. Good. Good boy. Shohei. Oh, yeah. Nope. Good. Good. Shohei makes me want to have a puppy because with a puppy's brand new brain and not having to deal with everything that's already in this dog's brain, he was bred by some working dog trainers that really get into the bite work. And so his whole start of his life was nothing but bouncing off the walls on a tie back with a line agitation and just going frantic and getting into the bite work because that's all they were really into. So it causes the dog's mind to be basically going towards bouncing off the walls like a ping pong ball is the way I like to look at it. You know, he doesn't have the attention to be in between, and when you do rile him up, he goes spirals. Yep, good boy, good. Good boy. Now, he's not going to do that good this morning. I don't expect much of him because I just fed him a big meal. Good. So, Kusha, good. Kusha, correct. Good, correct. Good. All right, so we'll go ahead and see how he does today with this. And I'm going to be ready to start growing the dog and branching off of this at some point. We'll start working on the rolling over and a bunch of other things. Good. Yes. Good boy. Good. Yes. Good. 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 Good boy. Good. Good. Good boy. Shohei. Yep. Good boy. Good. Now, I'm going to see if I can get a little bit more awareness of hand signal, a little bit more all the time. Right now, he's at least doing, you got to think about it, it's only been 5 or 6 days. Yep. And we're slowly but surely building it. Good. And first, I started to do my manipulation of body, and he was resistant, fighting me for anything I was trying to do with his body. And now he understands. Kushe. Good. Nope. 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 Now, I started out by having this hand in his face, so it's naturally bent that way. So now I've got to try to get him to go the other way. Yes, good boy, good. And that was good because he actually adhered to what I was trying to get just out of me, using my hand to take the lure and manipulate the head, and that caused the rest of the behavior to happen, right? So that's why I say bend the head good is kind of critical in this one, because wherever the head goes, the body must follow, and that's how you're going to get him to go either right or left with your bend and what you want him, right? And then we'll turn this into a rollover. I don't have it. I want to do it on the ground. I'll do it on the grass at the park. But I'm going to wait a little while. Good. Shohei. Yep. Good boy. Good. All right. So we're going to go back to it again. And a lot of this is just playing because tricks are playing, right? So you can just play and have a good time. It brings back a lot of memories of when I was working that first dog as a child and going through my experimentation phase. Princess. Kushe. Good. And she was learning all this. I'd do it in my front room in the living room. And I'd work around the tricks when I was there at home. Good. Yes, good boy, good. And right away, when I bent his head that way, he'd flip to that side. That's perfect. That's what I want. Good. Good. I'm going to break him out. I'm going to go for the other side and try to, again, solidify our communication of where that hand is at. Which hand is it coming from that he's wanting to do? I want him to go to which direction, right? Good. Shohei. Yep. Good boy, good. There you go. Good boy, good. There you go. Come on, Shohei. Come on. Let's go. Good. Yep. Seats. Yes. Yes. Good. All right. So now let's go ahead and see if I can get him to go from this position with the hand signal into that drop, because it's going to turn into bang, you're dead. So right now, I've been doing this way. Let's do this way. Couche, rest, rest. Yes. Good boy. Good. And he's figuring it out now, okay? So now he's getting a little easier all the time as far as which direction. Yesterday, he had a stall point, and he started to get stubborn on me. Good. But that goes back to that, not every day is going to be perfect, right? There's some good days, good. Some bad days, how the dog's brain flows in the work, right? So, hey, nope. Nope. Good. Good. Shohei. Yep. Good boy. Good. There you go. All right. Let's go ahead and try to play with this to get it to where do I grow the dog, right? Good boy. Good. You ready? Ready? Are you ready? Ready? Good boy. Good. Kusha. Good. Good. Yes. Good boy. Good. Yes. Good boy. Good. Okay. So I actually kind of just tapped him, and then I showed a lot of accent on my what I'm going to turn into my hand signals, right? Good. So hey, yep, good boy, good. There you go. Now I'm going to go the opposite way and see how he does. That way was with my left hand this way. Okay. Trying to remember which way. Sometimes I even forget which way I pushed him. Good boy. Good. Asi. Good. Good. Couché. Couché. Rest. You rest. Good. There it is. Okay. He's already picking up on which hand that it's going to be in and realizing that's the way I want him to go. So then I'll be able to back out with time and get this, right? I'm actually going to do this for the lay down and be sideways because I want this, a big arc over my head, to be the rollover. So there'll be the two different ones. Good. Shohei. Nope. Good. Good. Shohei. Yep. Good boy. Good. So in 5 or 6 days, I've got him actually doing a good job of understanding what I want out of him with the body language and my accent points with this, right? So now I've done that twice. I'm going to do it one more time, but this time I'm going to bend him this way. I've been doing it. Well, let me go the other way again. Good. So, hey. Good. Good. Yep. Okay. So you have to wait for the dog's brain to catch up. Days go by and he starts to get the same patterns, same things happen, and pretty soon he'll be diving into the behavior that you want, right? Good. Nope. Nope. Rob him of food. I didn't ask him. I wanted him to go this way, not this way, right? Yep. We'll come back at it again. Try to set it up. Flow. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Up. Now I'm not breaking. I should be breaking, doing some bull work, doing some other stuff, but I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm seeing in the animal. Good. Yes. Good boy. Good. There you go. Good boy. Shohei. Couché. Correct. Good boy. Correct. Good. And now I can go the other way, right? Good. Shohei. Yes. Good boy. Good. Notice my hand's farther away from him now. I'm trying to encourage him to do it without me having to be right here and bending the head right in front of his face, right? I'm going to graduate and basically slowly but surely get away from his head and let him see the actual hand signal. Yep, because he's bending now. He knows, it tells me he knows what's going on. And now I just got to accent exactly what my hand signal means, right or left, right? Couché. Good. Here's my left. Yes, good boy, good, there you go. Good boy, good. Okay, and as time goes along, I'll keep graduating that until I can be a distance away from him and then do the hand signal. He'll get it. Good boy. So, hey. Yep, good boy, good, there you go. Good boy. All right, we're going to get some bull work. Come on, good boy, good. Same thing, we're going to go to the bull work because this kind of reaffirms the head, right? Wherever the head goes, the body must follow, and there's the food, right? So the luring is important in trick training. You got to be able to lure the dog's body and head in which directions you want it to get the behaviors you want. And this is only the first behavior. Nope. Good, good. There you go. Good. Yes. Good boy. Good. There you go. And what is this going to cause? It's going to cause him watching my hands a lot more. You look. Good, good. Yes. Good. Look. Good, good. Yes. And you look to the left because he's got it twice over there. So I'm going to keep doing that, balancing it with everything I do, because I'm going to get into a lot of different tricks, and I need to really be able to communicate to him right, left, crawling. There's a bunch of stuff that I'll be doing. It's going to take time, guys. Not going to happen overnight. I'm almost tempted to just stop doing the videos and do enough time that I can just come in and show it to you. Finished product, right? Aussie. Good. Yep. Come on. Come on. There you go. Good. Couché. Good. Yes, good boy, good. Notice how I'm doing that. I'm tapping his nose, but I'm really accenting this movement because he's going to start understanding that left hand means one way and right hand means the other. Good. So, hey, nope. Good, good. Shohei. Yep. Good boy. I'm out of hot dogs. All right, that's it, buddy. We're out of hot dogs. That's 3 of them. I cut up 3 when we come out. It's usually my normal amount for each dog. Yes, kind of tells me my ending, huh? Because we got no hot dogs, we got to put you back and cut some more up. Yeah, you good boy, huh? Good boy, Benos. Good boy, Benos. I'm not calling you. Why am I calling you Benno? Another dog I had a week or so ago. Now home with the owners, and now we got lessons going with them. Good boy, good. Good boy, Shohei. Up, yeah. Yes, good boy, good. That's my boy. Not as quick as I'd like, but that's all right. Talk to you later. Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, and Shohei. Come on, Shohei. Come on. Good boy. You ready? Ready? Are you ready? Ready? Kusha. Good. He gets excited and animated because he knows the ready means ball's coming, which is what I'm going to do next. All right, talk to you guys later.